All sides must ensure that the war in Gaza ends permanently. As the first phase of the Israel Hamas ceasefire comes to an end of Saturday, there are growing signs that the already fragile truce is under the enormous strain. When the deal was reached in mid January, the understanding was that it would be implemented in three phases. In the first, Israel was required to reposition some of its troops, letting replace Palestinian move from the south to the north. The release more than the 1,000 security prisoners in return for some 32 hostage. In the second phase, both sides are required to bring war to an end, while the third phase is about the reconstruction of Gaza. In the first 42 days, both sides stuck to their commitment despite challenges. Hamas released 38 hostages and Israel freed hundreds of prisoners. Talk for the second phase were to begin day earlier. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu sent a delegation to Cairo only on Thursday, and according to the deal, Israel was to complete the withdrawal of its troops from the Philadelphia corridor, the 14-kilometer stretch along southern Gaza border with Egypt, by Saturday. But on Thursday, the Israel soldiers ruled out an Israeli pullback from the corridor, casting doubts on the future of ceasefire. When Israel launched the war on Gaza following Hamas October 7, 2023 cross-border attack in which 1,200 people were killed, Mr. Netanyahu declared objectives were the dismantling of Hamas and release in the hostage. But after 15 months of war in which early 48,000 Palestinians have been killed and more than 1 lakh wounded, Israel achieved neither of the goals, which eventually forced Mr. Netanyahu to strike a deal with Hamas to get the hostage out. For a permanent end of the war, Israel has to leave Gaza. If Mr. Netanyahu withdraws his troops, Hamas will remain in power in the enclave, an outcome that could lead to collapse of its religious government. The proposal by United States President Donald Trump to on Gaza and ethnically cleanse the strip by 2.3 million Palestinians seems to have hardened Israel's position further. But by keeping its troops in Gaza, Israel is not only violating the terms of the ceasefire but is also stepping into the abyss. Despite its superior force and unmatchable fire power, Israel has failed to destroy Hamas, which, in the word of Israel Defense Forces spokespersons Daniel Hagari, is rooted in the hearts of Palestinians. After the first phase of the ceasefire, Hamas will still have over 60 hostages. So, if Israel refused to exit Gaza and extend the ceasefire,